everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa. Today I'm sharing how I documented a spontaneous coffee date with my childhood friends at 74 Apartment Cafe. We had a great time catching up over delicious food and coffee, and I can't wait to show you how I turned this memory into a fun journal page. Plus, I'll share some journaling tips and ideas along the way, so let's get started. When planning a spread, I always start with my key elements: the photos, a title, and the overall theme. For this page, I wanted to highlight the cozy vibe of the cafe, so I went for warm tones and simple layouts that bring out the aesthetics of the day. I printed tiny photos from my coffee date, including the cozy interior of the cafe, the hot cappuccino, the bulgogi kimchi rice, and of course, our group photo. To create a balanced and visually pleasing layout, I'm planning to arrange the food photos in a vertical column. This arrangement not only saves space but also creates a structured flow that draws the eye naturally down the page. So, when working with multiple photos, try grouping similar elements like food shots in a straight line or cluster. This technique adds order to the page and ensures each element stands out without looking cluttered. By the way, if you're curious about how I create and print tiny photos like these, I've shared my process in an older video titled How to Create and Print Mini Photos for Memory Keeping, Scrapbooking, and Travel Journals. I'll link it in the description box below, so feel free to check it out for a step by step guide. I'm currently in the mood to play with stamps to create the title, which will be the name of the cafe we visited. I'll be using my classic number stamps and Tokyo Antique Alphabet stamp set, which features a variety of designs combining different styles and sizes of letters. This variety makes it so much fun to experiment with and adds an eclectic eye catching vibe to the page. Stamps are such a versatile tool. They instantly add texture, personality, and a handmade feel to your journal spreads. For this title, I'm thinking of arranging the letters creatively to mimic the cafe's aesthetic, keeping the design playful yet cohesive. If you don't have alphabet stamps, there are plenty of creative alternatives. For example, you can cut out letters or numbers from magazines or newspapers for a trendy collage look. You can also practice your own handwriting, combining bold and cursive styles to create an artistic and personal touch. If you'll notice, there's a dark smudge left behind by the stamps. Mistakes like this can happen, especially when using ink stamps, but don't worry, it's easy to fix it. To correct this mistake, I'll be using a correction tape to cover the smudge cleanly and seamlessly. Accidents like smudges or even stamping are common, but they can be an opportunity to get creative. For instance, instead of covering it up, you could layer a sticker, piece of washi tape, or a small die cut over the area. This not only hides the mistake but also adds an extra design element to your page. But if you're using correction tape like I am, you can always stamp or write over it after it's applied, making it almost as good as new. Since the main elements are now in place, I'll be adding a strip of neutral colored striped washi tape to tie the page together. To create balance, I place one strip across the top of the page, And we'll be adding a small square of the same washi tape design at the bottom. This simple touch creates a cohesive look, subtly connecting the top and bottom sections of the layout. Using a washi tape is an effortless way to unify your design and add a decorative touch. Try repeating the same washi patterns in different parts of your page to create symmetry. You can also layer it with other elements like stickers or ephemera to add depth and texture. Now let's add some dimension to the number stamps by shading them with gray Tombow brush marker. This subtle shading enhances the stamp design, making it stand out on the page. When shading, try using the lighter end of the marker for soft natural shadows. If you like, you can also add a touch of darker gray along the edges of the stamp for more pronounced depth. There's a small empty space here right next to the letter A stamp, and I feel like it could use a little something to fill the gap and balance the layout. To enhance the design, I'm adding a charming stamp by La Dolce Vita featuring a lady drinking coffee. So, as a journaling tip, small spaces like this are perfect for adding decorative elements that tie your theme together. Look for stamps, stickers, or doodles that complement your layout story. For example, since this page is about a coffee date, a coffee themed stamp adds a thoughtful and cohesive touch. Next, I'll write a short entry about our coffee date. I'm keeping it simple by focusing on the highlights, the cozy ambiance, the food we ordered, and the fun time we had catching up with each other. So as a tip, write as if you're telling a story to a friend. It makes the journaling process more fun and personal. So you don't need to write a lengthy entry, especially if you have limited space on the page. A few sentences capturing the essence of the moment are enough to preserve the memory. Focus on the key details like the atmosphere, what stood out about the experience, or how it made you feel. If you want to include more details but don't have space, try layering a small fold-out card or a hidden journaling pocket. This way, you can add extra thoughts while keeping the layout clean and uncluttered. And here's the completed spread. I love how it captures the cozy and intimate feel of our coffee date at 74 Apartment Cafe. Thank you so much for joining me in this Journal with Me session. I hope these tips and ideas inspire you to document your own everyday moments. Whether it's a coffee date with friends, a family gathering, or even a quiet afternoon spent at home. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out my memory keeping and traveler's notebook playlists for more ideas and inspiration. I link them in the description box below. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Do you prefer to keep your journal pages simple or fill them with lots of details? Share your answers in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future journaling sessions. Until next time, happy journaling and see you on my next video. Bye!